child, you can cry me a river.
The year 1955 was a remarkable turning point in popular music. Rock and roll was beginning to shake the culture.
11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock, we're gonna rock around the clock tonight. What you glad to ride?
Jukeboxes were glowing in diners across America, and radio stations were spinning songs that sounded fresh and exciting. Some performers went on to become legends, while others had only a brief moment in the spotlight before fading away.
Weak and the back that's strong, you load the 16 ton. What do you get?
Yet their songs never disappeared. So which forgotten one-hit wonders from 1955 once ruled the airwaves and still echo through music history today? Number 1. Rock Around the Clock, Bill Haley and his Comets.
11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock, we're gonna rock around the clock tonight. What you glad to ride?
Few songs capture the explosive arrival of rock and roll quite like Rock Around the Clock. Bill Haley and his Comets delivered a pounding rhythm and energetic guitar that felt completely different from the music audiences were used to hearing. When the song appeared in the film Blackboard Jungle, teenagers rushed to dance floors, while adults worried about this rebellious new sound. Though Haley recorded many songs, none created the cultural shockwave of this one. From this explosive beginning of rock and roll, the next hit tells a very different story.
Feel if the right one don't get you, then the left one will. You load the 16.
Number 2. 16 Tons, Tennessee Ernie Ford.
Weak and the back that's strong, you load the 16 ton. What do you get?
While rock and roll was beginning to rise, Tennessee Ernie Ford delivered a song with a much heavier message.
A man is made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood.
16 Tons told the story of coal miners trapped in a cycle of hard labor and debt. Ford's deep voice gave the song a haunting power that listeners immediately felt.
Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you?
It became one of the biggest records of the year and showed that a simple story song could reach millions of people. From a coal miner's struggle,
I loaded 16 tons, the number 9 coal, and the straw boss said,
the next song carries us into pure romance.
Come true, my one and only.
Number 3. Only You and You Alone, the Platters. Only You introduced millions of listeners to the smooth, emotional sound of doo-wop. The Platters blended rich harmonies with the soaring lead voice of Tony Williams, creating a love song that felt timeless from the very first note.
And you alone can.
Radio stations played it constantly, and it quickly became a favorite for slow dances across the country. Though the group would continue performing,
And only you.
this song remains their most widely remembered moment. But not every hit of 1955 was about romance. Number 4. Maybelline, Chuck Berry. With Maybelline, Chuck Berry helped shape the sound of rock and roll guitar.
Become so excited. Watch her look at her.
The song's fast rhythm and storytelling lyrics about a car chase felt exciting and modern. Berry's energetic playing influenced countless musicians who followed.
In Pittsburgh, PA, deep in the heart of Texas.
The record became one of the earliest rock and roll hits to reach mainstream radio and showed how powerful the new sound could be.
Somebody steal the show. Oh, daddy, daddy.
Are you enjoying this video? If you are, please hit the like button. I'd sincerely appreciate it. And speaking of unforgettable voices, the next song brought a completely different mood to the charts.
Told me love was too plebeian.
Number 5. Cry Me a River, Julie London.
Well, you can cry me a river.
Julie London created something unforgettable with Cry Me a River. Her soft, smoky voice floated over a simple jazz arrangement, turning the song into one of the most haunting torch ballads of the decade.
You cry the long.
Unlike the energetic rock records dominating radio, this song relied on mood, heartbreak, and quiet emotion to capture listeners. It quickly became London's signature hit.
Now you say you're sorry.
It helped establish her sultry vocal style. Even decades later, its late-night atmosphere continues to define the sound of classic jazz-influenced pop.
You drove me, nearly drove me.
Up next, we move from heartbreak to a surprising television-inspired sensation.
Lose himself in the forest's tall.
Number 6. The Ballad of Davy Crockett, Bill Hayes.
Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier.
In 1955, television helped create one of the biggest musical crazes of the decade.
Peace was in store, and while he was handling his risky chore, he made himself.
The Ballad of Davy Crockett, sung by Bill Hayes, celebrated the legendary American frontiersman and quickly captured the imagination of the public.
His grief was gall. In his heart he wanted to leave.
The song spread across radio, while children proudly wore coonskin caps inspired by the character.
Davy Crockett, the choice of the whole frontier.
Hayes suddenly found himself with a nationwide hit. Yet, despite its massive popularity, he never matched that chart success again. From frontier legends, the next hit brings the rhythm of Latin dance halls. Number 7. Cherry Pink and Apple Blossom White, Perez, Prado. Bandleader Perez Prado was already famous for his energetic mambo sound, but Cherry Pink and Apple Blossom White took things even further. The instrumental's bright trumpet melody and irresistible rhythm made it impossible not to dance. It quickly climbed the charts and became one of the most recognizable instrumentals of the decade. Prado's vibrant arrangement helped introduce Latin influences to mainstream American audiences. Oh, by the way, I will be posting more videos like this, so please like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next video. Okay, on to the next. And next comes a singer whose success arrived almost overnight.
You don't want me, but you want me.
Number 8. Let Me Go, Lover, Joan Weber.
Let me go, let me go,
Joan Weber's rise to fame happened almost instantly. After Let Me Go, Lover received major exposure on national television, listeners rushed to buy the record.
You made me weep, cut me deep.
Her dramatic delivery and powerful voice turned the song into one of the biggest surprises of 1955.
Made me weep, cut me deep. I can't.
For a short time, Weber seemed destined for a long career. Yet, after this sudden success, she never returned to the top of the charts.
Lover, I was cursed from above.
From this unexpected chart topper, the next hit sparked debate about music and race.
Goodbye, although I'll cry.
Number 9. Ain't That a Shame, Pat Boone. When Pat Boone recorded his version of Ain't That a Shame, it quickly became one of the most widely played songs on mainstream radio. The smooth pop arrangement made the record appealing to a broad audience. At the same time, it sparked conversations about how rhythm and blues music was crossing into the pop charts. Boone's version became a major hit and remains one of the most discussed covers of the era. Do you think this version helped introduce rhythm and blues to new listeners? Comment yes if you agree.
My heart, when you said we'll party.
Next, we hear a very unusual attempt to blend old and new styles. Number 10. Rock and Roll Waltz, Starr.
They were trying to waltz to our rocket.
Rock and Roll Waltz was one of the most unusual hits of 1955. Singer Starr combined the traditional 3-beat rhythm of a waltz with the rising excitement of rock and roll.
Was dancing with Dad by the record machine.
The result was something completely different from most songs on the radio at the time. Audiences were curious enough to make it a major hit, proving that experimentation could sometimes pay off.
And as they danced, only one thing.
And as we continue, the next song shows how vocal harmony groups were dominating the charts.
1, 2, and then rock. 1, 2, I love you so dearly.
Number 11. Sincerely, the McGuire Sisters. Sincerely became one of the smoothest vocal hits of 1955. The McGuire Sisters delivered a polished harmony style that radio audiences loved.
Please say you'll be mine.
Their version of the song blended traditional pop vocals with the growing influence of rhythm and blues. It quickly climbed the charts and became one of the most recognizable recordings of the year.
Oh, you know how I love you.
Although the trio enjoyed popularity during the decade, this song remains the one most listeners instantly remember.
I'll do anything for you.
From polished harmony, the next hit revived a much older American melody.
And not to leave her so, she's the sweetest little rosebud.
Number 12. The Yellow Rose of Texas, Mitch Miller.
The yellow rose in Texas that I am gonna see. Nobody.
The Yellow Rose of Texas began as a traditional folk song that had been sung for generations. In 1955,
Texas ever knew. Her eyes are bright as diamonds.
Mitch Miller recorded a lively new version that unexpectedly became a huge radio hit. Its cheerful marching rhythm,
Not half as much as me. She cried so when I left her.
easy sing-along chorus made it perfect for audiences across the country. Listeners quickly embraced the familiar melody, and the song climbed to the top of the charts.
And if I ever find her, we never more apart.
From this revived folk favorite, the next hit brings us back to the energetic spirit of early rock and roll.
But they'll say no, 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 no.
Number 13. Hearts of Stone, the Fontaine Sisters.
Yes, hearts of stone. Will call his name.
Hearts of Stone became one of the smoothest vocal hits of the mid-1950s. The Fontaine Sisters delivered a polished harmony version that appealed strongly to mainstream radio audiences.
They just won't say. You can live free.
Their arrangement softened the rhythm and blues sound of the original recording while keeping its emotional message about heartbreak.
And all you love is there to say.
The song quickly climbed the charts and became one of the most widely played records of the year.
Will call his name. Although you're not there.
From this gentle harmony hit, the next song brings us back to the lively energy of teenage rock and roll.
Oh, Blue jeans, dirty shoes, by all means, patch your block.
Number 14, 17, Boyd Bennett and his Rockets.
Jukebox, baby, ain't no square. 17. Hot.
Rock and roll was beginning to capture the voice of young listeners, and 17 fit that spirit
Past 16, done been kissed, graduated and
perfectly. Boyd Bennett and his Rockets recorded a playful story about teenage romance that quickly caught the attention of radio stations.
kind of fluff I can't resist. At 17.
The song's upbeat rhythm and catchy chorus made it popular with young audiences across the country. For a brief moment, Bennett seemed poised for bigger success.
Hot rod queen, cutest gal you've ever seen.
Yet this energetic record would remain his biggest chart achievement. Next comes another pop crossover that stirred controversy.
Dance with me, Henry. Rock with me, Henry.
Number 15, Dance With Me, Henry, Georgia Gibbs.
Dance with me, Henry. Rock with me.
Georgia Gibbs scored a major hit with Dance With Me, Henry, a lively pop record that quickly climbed the charts.
Dance with me, Henry. All right. You gotta dance while the music goes on.
The song brought rhythm and blues energy into a polished pop style that many radio stations eagerly embraced. Its catchy rhythm and memorable chorus helped it become one of the standout hits of 1955.
While the music goes on, roll on, roll on, roll on.
Although Gibbs recorded many songs during her career, this one remains among her most recognizable recordings.
Roll on, roll on. Rock with me, Henry.
And now we move toward the final stretch of forgotten hits from 1955.
Take my baby away from home.
Number 16, Bo Diddley, Bo Diddley.
Pretty baby, a Sunday coat. Bo Diddley call.
When Bo Diddley released his self-titled hit in 1955, he introduced a rhythm that would influence rock music for decades.
Up your house and gone again.
The song's distinctive beat, driven by hand claps and guitar, created a sound unlike anything else on the radio at the time.
If that rabbit I can't see.
Musicians across many genres would later adopt what became known as the Bo Diddley beat. While he continued recording for many years, this groundbreaking track remains his most widely recognized recording.
Off the black cat bones. Take my baby away from.
Next, we hear another pop crossover that captured listeners during the early rock era.
Before, love me tonight, let the devil take tomorrow.
Number 17, Tweedlee Dee, Georgia Gibbs.
Tweedly, tweedly, tweedly dee.
Tweedlee Dee became a lively hit that showed how rhythm and blues sounds were beginning to cross into mainstream pop music. Georgia Gibbs delivered the song with bright energy
Crickets, Jiminy Jack, make my heart go clickety-clack.
and a playful rhythm that made it a favorite on radio stations. The catchy melody helped it climb the charts quickly during 1955.
Give it up, give your love to me.
Though Gibbs enjoyed a long career, this upbeat record remains one of the songs most associated with her name.
Her luck is so-and-so. Come on.
And finally, we end with a beautiful melody that would live far beyond its first recording. Number 18, Unchained Melody, Les Baxter.
Are you still mine?
Long before later singers made Unchained Melody famous, bandleader Les Baxter recorded one of the earliest hit versions in 1955.
Time goes by.
The orchestral arrangement gave the song a sweeping, emotional sound that captured listeners immediately. Its haunting melody and romantic atmosphere made it a standout record of the year. Though many artists would later record the song, Baxter's version helped introduce it to the world. And fittingly, this timeless melody closes our journey through forgotten hits of 1955. The music of 1955 captured a moment when popular music was rapidly changing. Rock and roll was rising, rhythm and blues was reaching wider audiences, and new voices were suddenly appearing on radio stations everywhere. Some artists enjoyed long careers, while others had only one unforgettable hit before fading from the charts. Yet those songs still live on through old records, jukebox memories, and the stories behind them. Which of these songs do you remember? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to Retro Rewind for more musical time travel.
When you're on the street, you got to be able to pick out the